Ever feel like you want to learn something new, but just don't have hours to spend reading?
Right.
That's what we're all about here, helping you get to the heart of things quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And today we're diving into something pretty universal. That feeling when you keep hitting a wall, trying to achieve something important.
Yeah.
How do we know when to keep pushing and when to maybe rethink things?
It's a tough one, right?
It is.
And for this deep dive, we're looking at a short but insightful piece from Gaia Carmel's 90 Days of Content Creation series.
Oh, cool.
Specifically, day 41.
Okay.
Our mission is to glean some practical wisdom about navigating these setbacks and, maybe recognizing when a lack of success is actually a sign that we need to switch gears a bit.
Okay, so let's say you've been putting in the work. Things aren't really clicking, and that little voice starts to whisper, maybe this just isn't going to work.
Yeah.
I think we've all been there.
Sure.
The source really gets at that feeling of discouragement.
Definitely. But what's a more helpful way to look at it? The source suggests that if something hasn't worked yet, it probably means we haven't explored all the possible ways to make it work.
Okay.
It's not about the goal itself being a dead end, but more about our current strategy needing a tweak.
I see.
It's like trying to open a door and the key you have doesn't fit.
Right.
Do you just assume the door's locked forever, or do you try a different key, or even check if it maybe pushes or slides open?
That's a really good analogy. I like that.
Yeah.
And the transcript points out how tempting it is to just throw in the towel.
Yeah.
To just let go of those initial goals and maybe even forget why we cared in the first place.
It's easy to do.
It is.
But the alternative is way more constructive.
Okay.
It's about taking a moment to just acknowledge that what we have is one unsuccessful attempt. That one instance of not getting the outcome we wanted doesn't mean the goal itself isn't important.
Right.
It's really separating the goal from the method.
So it sounds like the focus shifts from the goal to the how the approach we take.
Exactly. The source emphasizes this idea of adapting the path, not abandoning the destination.
That seems crucial, yeah. So what might that adaptation look like?
Well, the source offers some concrete suggestions. Connecting with more people, exposing ourselves to a wider range of options.
Okay.
It's all about actively seeking new routes when the initial ones haven't led us where we wanted to go. Kind of like trying to perfect a recipe. The first try might not be great, but you learn from it and try different ingredients or techniques.
Right, so it's not about just repeating the same actions over and over and expecting different results.
Exactly.
It's about being resourceful, looking for new information and fresh perspectives.
Exactly.
And this is where it gets interesting. The transcript brings us back to our core motivation. Why are we doing this in the first place?
Yeah, it boils down to this. If something truly resonates with us, if it's deeply meaningful and the source says, important to our soul to achieve here.
Wow.
Giving up on that inner drive just because of a few initial setbacks feels wrong, doesn't it? The real challenge then becomes figuring out the right way to honor that inner calling.
I see.
And as the source puts it, this is a point for thought, a little nudge to examine how we react when things don't go our way right away. Are we giving up too easily, or could we benefit from seeing those failures as just one data point in the journey?
Right. It's about perspective. So the main takeaway here is that just because we haven't succeeded yet with one approach doesn't mean the end goal is impossible to reach.
Yeah, it's more of an invitation to take stock, evaluate what hasn't worked, and explore different strategies.
Like a course correction, not a cancellation.
Exactly.
So to everyone listening, think about a time when you might have given up on something that mattered to you. Knowing what we've discussed today, what other paths could you have explored? Some food for thought as you go about your day.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time.
See you then.